Let's continue the question answer. Yes.
Swami
Please
Agora.
pick up the mic and start.
Swami Agora. My first question is there a hierarchy in this length, breadth, depth, time and space? Is there a hierarchy? First length comes and then breadth comes.
I should say, not a hierarchy, depth. 10 frequency of length is breadth, 10 frequency of breadth is depth, 10 frequency of the depth is time, 10 frequency of the time is space. Like this, it becomes more and more intense. For example, one thread is a length, 10 thread is breadth, 100 thread is depth, 1000 thread is time, 10,000 thread is space.
So there is interdependency.
I should say qualitatively but not quantitatively. So, you can make length out of space, but you cannot make space out of length.
Okay.
You can't take space out of length, but you can take length out of space.
Okay. And the second question is, where do emotions lie? So we complete the emotions, so we relive and complete it. So where does that happen actually?
That happens more in a breadth and depth.
Okay, so cognitions, it is in depth or breadth?
Cognition means depth.
Okay, and cognition give rise to emotions, right?
No. Then it's a confused breadth only, emotion only. Cognition will be always certain, sure.
Okay, so if I carry I am afraid kind of a cognition, so that will trigger fear in breadth.
Then it is a depth only.
And so in the manifesting powers, is that happening at space towards length?
I should say from space towards, some powers are from space to time, some powers are from space to time to depth, like that.
Okay. So if there is a block, if there is a manifestation happening and that is not getting expressed, means at what level is the block?
In the more, say, I tell you, most of your blockages are not even worthy of called as blockages. Just unattendedness. You don't take it seriously. It takes 3 months for you to even recognize some place and importance of it. You are still, some of you are not expressing the power. Still you are feeling you are in a cinema theater. I need to tell you, you are in Adinam. That's all is the blockage, nothing else. Still you are thinking you are in a cinema theater having IMAX movie and different hero, that's all. No, that cognition, I should not even call it as a blockage, I should only call it as a slumber. Because none of your blockage is powerful enough to block me. Understand? I always tell people, tell your problems how big your guru is, not your guru how big your problems are.
Thank you so much.
So, Swamiji, can we say that the 3 dimensions we discussed are 3 kinds of causation? First is cause-effect, that's purely mechanical, predictable, formula, always this produces that.
Yes.
Second is consciousness producing effect on matter,
Yes.
cause-effect.
Yes.
And third is consciousness by itself producing an effect.
Yes.
So all there are 3
without even the help or support, independent of length and breadth.
Yes. So the 3 ways of producing effects.
Yes. You are right.
So this is a theory of causation, that there are 3 kinds of causations. Just
Yes, 3 kinds of manifestations.
3 kinds of manifestation, yeah.
Aghora side Sonja. So actually a follow-up question to that. When the when a person starts falling more into depth, then the rules of how one operates on length starts to change, right?
Yes. Actually, length reduces, breadth reduces, so your worrying and constantly soaking you in your worrying disappears. Because no energy left out for worrying. Understand? Otherwise, you worry about everything, and if you don't get anything also, oh, today everything is going well, I think tomorrow it is going to be hell. How many of you have this worry? Today if everything goes well, tomorrow is going to be a bad day. How many of you have that? Raise your hand. Almost it is a universal.
Swamiji, Agora?
Just one final thought.
Go ahead.
Then. So then the idea that length is logic and intellect is also partially true, because it then is changing with the person where they are.
Yes. Because the person also is losing his logic.
Yes.
Whenever you are not able to handle yourself, the truth is on the depth side, you are on the logic side. It is like you sit on the branch and cut the root of the branch. That is what you do when you are sitting on the logic and trying to manage all the decisions. Decisions of depth, but from the logic. Some of these small boys who became criminal by this terrorist training, they learn a word from their masters. Let's first kill people, then see what comes. We'll manage what comes later. They learn this word without knowing the meaning. They go and kill people. When they are put in prison, they are not able to handle what came after they have done the act. You understand? From just word they acted, without knowing the depth and meaning of that word. They do not know, they can't actually handle what is going to come. But just by the strength of the word, let's handle what comes later. And they do it. How many of you understand what I am saying? That is what is brainwashing. Teaching you the depth and then asking you to handle life, length and breadth from depth is washing your brain. Teaching you length and making you handle your breadth and depth from length is brainwashing. Today Sadashiva has come to our ashram. He comes twice every year in Tiruvannamalai. So we have a special arrangement to offer him all the respects and reverences. So I made sure that they offered it. I am a very ritualistic guy. Even though I am here, I'll make sure every day all the Tiruvannamalai temple festival from ashram, all the respect goes and first it is offered to Sadashiva. Whatever garlands we make here, like this big size garlands are made every day. When deity comes out, first from our ashram only they will go and offer. I'll make sure from here I'll follow up, and only after getting the pictures I'll settle down. I am actually evolving a new concept, Hindu hospital. All the Indian medicinal system, like Siddha, Ayurveda, Yoga, Naturopathy, all this, not homeopathy, Hindu medicinal systems, reviving them and making a Hindu hospital. Because there are tons of things which we can cure. Allopathy has no cure. So I am looking at strengthening the research and wing and utility of the Hindu medicinal system.
Yeah, Swamiji, my question related to medicine and disease. So the diseases... Medicine, the allopathic medicine and diseases. So the diseases that happen that in length and breadth.
No, it is not always. Actually, all psychosomatic diseases happen they happen in depth and manifest into length and breadth. But we dump medicines on the length and breadth, so depth never gets healed.
How does the depth
See
of
what
a
I'm saying,
treating...
listen. Psychosomatic disorders, let me talk about that. Starts in depth, manifests in length and breadth. Chemical, which cannot get digested, assimilated into our muscle memory and biomemory, touches only our physical aspect, stops manifestation of symptoms, does not cure the core disease. But herbs has the capacity by its very tendency to dissolve into us completely, become part of even our muscle memory and biomemory. That is why when the herb-based things, without becoming part of the chemical, when it goes inside, it does so much of healing. Actually, chemical-based medicine is only few hundred years old. How can that be called as traditional medicine? It should be herb-based medicine.
True. Does the depth of the patient itself or treating physician, does it affect the effects of...
The treating physician does not directly affect, but your biomemory or the best wishes, your energy can affect independent of the medication you provide.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
And the feeling connection of the patient with the doctor makes the depth of placebo effect more.
Okay, got it, Swamiji.
Placebo is more when the patient has a feeling connection.
Thank you.
During Brahma Muhurta, one is able at a specific time, within a certain state of consciousness, one is able to manifest their desires and bring it into matter. Now, can we make our depth, influence our depth in that state of consciousness?
During the Brahma Muhurtam, depth has not yet started becoming length and breadth. So anything added there also becomes length and breadth when the length and breadth starts getting operated.
Okay. And we're able to positively influence that to grow deeper and more in a positive way.
Yes.
Okay.
Swamiji, Agora.
Agora side.
Swamiji, please can you explain how the neurological experiences can be generated independent of outer circumstances and can be established permanently in us?
First thing, do you understand neurological experiences are generated in your dream independent of outer circumstances?
Yes.
How can that be created, you are asking? See, I'll talk about this example of these alchemy products. If I utter a word cow, immediately that animal picture starts appearing in your brain. Am I right? Yes. So I instigate a neurological experience by my sound. Same way, there is something called Deva Bhasha. Through vibration, I can instigate certain experiences in you.
Irrespective of outside.
That is what is called Deva Bhasha. So those vibrations can be stored in a product. And it can go on instigating that in you constantly, whatever you are doing as your everyday routine. Whether you are lying down or sleeping or anything. That is what I am doing. How many of you already started feeling the effect of that alchemy products when you are sleeping with them? Raise your hand. This is the witness. Just see, that's all.
That the experience can be permanent in us.
Yes.
Okay, sir.
Neurological. When the effect is created, it's permanent enough.
Swamiji.
Swamiji.
Here.
Now you understand that it's not waste of time and energy. It's all real science. I'm doing something real.
Yeah. Swamiji, when a person is established in his depths,
how he perceives the external physical reality of the universe. Is it different
Yes,
than what we
surely
perceive?
different from a person. See, person who is in length, all the time feels everyone is enemy. Person who is in the breadth, all the time tries to romance with everyone. Person who is in the depth, all the time sees the reality as it is.
No, I just wanted to understand, this universe is infinite. Where is it doesn't understand, mind doesn't understand that. When it will understand? In what
No,
way?
mind can never understand universe. How can one thread understand 10,000 thread sari?
Okay.
Can one thread understand this whole shawl? No. Understand? Your saliva can never understand the whole ocean. So mind can never understand. Actually, if saliva enters into the ocean to understand ocean, it will lose its quality of saliva and become ocean.
Thank you, Swami.
I'm enjoying Swamiji. And so many things about Sanatan Vedic Hindu Dharma you revealed were so amazing.
And I am going to reveal the Hindu cosmology.
Thank you, Swamiji.
As per Agamas, Hindu cosmology,
Yes, Swamiji. Swamiji, one of the things about wedding...
you also
Sorry, yes.
need to know, Hindu cosmology talks even about the plates on the earth which causes the earthquake. I strongly believe if we do little research, we will be able to predict earthquakes as per Agama. I only have to spend little time and do research and establish it to all of you. I commit with you guys in next 2-3 years I'll do it. I'll do it. We will be able to, see, just like we are able to predict through our Panchika, lot of things like a cyclone, so many things. This cyclone, Varda, is predicted this year beginning itself in the Panchanga. Arkad Panchangam has clearly described the Varda cyclone with the date. That precise. And I am very sure Agama gives a detailed description of 480, the plates on the surface of the earth which causes earthquakes, with the description of the countries established on those plates.
Wow.
So if we just study and map it, we can do a lot of predictions
Yes, Swami.
of their movements
Yes, Swami.
and the speed with which they are moving and the direction towards which they are moving.
Wow. I think for the Himalayan belt, like that Nepal earthquake, it will be a fantastic... Thanks, Swamiji. Swamiji, about the Panchanga also, the wedding, in India, we spend so much money, time, effort. If we create a small, I request you to create a small course for people who are going to get into wedding, so they understand this Saptapadi,
not
like
only
me.
course, I'll make it as a set of videos and upload it in the YouTube so that people, wherever they are, they can study it and then get married.
Yes.
I'll do that. Actually, I'm looking at the 7-8 projects before getting pregnant. Learn what you need to know from Sadashiva. Before getting married, know what you need to know from Sadashiva. Before getting into the school, know what you need to know from Sadashiva. Never get into college.
Thank you.
So, I really wanted to make this set of videos.
Yes,
Before doing this,
Yes, Swami.
please learn what you need to learn from Sadashiva.
Yes, Swami.
His inputs.
Yes, Swami.